What's going on, guys? CBS Sports here. I'm Damien Harris with the one, the only, the Heisman Trophy winner, the national champion, the quarterback of the 16-0 Indiana Hoosiers, Mr. Fernando Mendoza. You're always a delight to have. First and foremost, how the hell are you?
Well, Damien, appreciate you having me on. That's a hell of an introduction.
Hey,
I really
man.
appreciate that.
I told you this was going to be the best one you've done all week.
No doubt. Well, I'm really looking forward to it,
Yes,
especially
sir.
with you. So
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Always a good time.
Absolutely. So we were talking about it a little bit off air. Just talk to the people about what it's been like settling in after the national championship, getting ready for the pre-draft process. Just what does this process look like for you right now?
Yeah, after the national championship, we had a couple of days to celebrate, and then it's on go mode because you got to get ready for the NFL draft. You got to get ready for the combine. And got to get ready for the pro day. And since the college season is so elongated nowadays, we end January 19th. And my teammates and I, we had to get to the grindstone. And it's a little bit scary because this is my fourth year in college. So like any normal college kid, I'm leaving college in my fourth year. And I'm in the real world now. There's going to be a lot of great opportunities and challenges that present itself. However, I'm really looking forward to the opportunity. And, the next leap.
And you're not scared of that real world, are you? You're not scared, no. And I know something else you wouldn't be afraid of, which would be the 2019 LSU team that had Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. And listen, I got to ask you about this because we had Jettis on here yesterday, and he talked about we asked him 16-0 Indiana versus your LSU squad, and he said it wouldn't even be close. We couldn't even get the question out. What are your thoughts of that, and what do you think your all's chances would have been? Because I'll tell you this, I've been an Indiana believer for a long time. I think y'all have a pretty damn good chance.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that belief, and I know Omar Cooper Jr., he went on and he made the viral clip saying, and the bus were like, Omar, what are you doing? Why would you say that? All jokes aside, 2019 LSU team, I believe, is probably the greatest college team to ever do it. And so, evidently, I'm always going to believe in our defense and our offensive linemen and just our entire coaching staff. However, I honestly think, as a competitor, I never want to say this, but I want to give my respect to 2019 LSU. And I want, every member from the 2019 LSU team to realize that the respect that our team has for them. And that we looked up to them. We actually had a couple plays installed from their offense that we scored touchdowns on. So it's a massive respect to them. And I believe that they are, if not the top, one of the top teams of all time.
This guy just says all the right things. I mean,
it's Joe Burrow, Jay Jettas.
You say all the right things. Honestly, though, I respect your respect for LSU, but I also respect the commitment that you made to this team and your confidence in those guys that you played with and won a national championship. But let's talk about Curt Cignetti, the main man, the orchestrator of all of this. We've come to love his expressions, his reactions, his facial expressions, and now you get a more in-depth look at what he really is like, more so than all of us that just see him on game day. So I'm going to give you a couple scenarios, and I want you to give me your best Curt Cignetti impression because we got footage of you doing some Cignetti impressions, and they were pretty impressive. So I'm going to give you a couple scenarios.
I love it.
You act it out for me. So Fernando Mendoza is coming to the sideline after throwing a pick. What does Curt Cignetti do?
This actually happened. I threw a pick six against Oregon.
I remember.
The tie of the game, and our defense held them to 13 points, and I gave them 7 points. And I'm like, what are we? I'm feeling like, wow, I do not want to let my teammates down. Coach Cignetti, I come to his side, he's like, hey, you having fun yet? And I'm like, having fun? I just threw a pick six. But that moment, it really let me engage in the present moment and realize it's just football. Stuff like that happens. Not every quarterback is perfect. What matters is the next play, the next drive, and that's what did matter because we had a game-winning drive, the next drive. So.
Are you having fun yet? Wouldn't have expected that, but
especially from Cignetti. He's a little bit of a, and from that was like the last thing I was expecting. But it was a great coaching point.
Okay, so Indiana is coming in. They're down at halftime.
Funny enough, I believe in the Ohio State game, the Big Ten championship, and the entire playoffs, we never trailed. So there weren't. I don't know if we actually ever trailed at halftime this year.
Wow.
So I don't know if I could actually.
Wow. Hold on. Let me dust your shoulder off just a little.
Maybe
bit.
Ohio State game. I think maybe the Ohio State game. And what he was saying is we got to drag into the deep end. They're about to break, and it's going back and forth. All we need is a couple more drives, and we're going to get them.
So y'all hear that.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw.
But I'm not
halftime.
sure if we actually trailed.
Drag them in the deep end, whether you're ahead or potentially behind, but these guys weren't behind very much. All right. What was Curt Cignetti like? Give us an impersonation of him pregame before the national championship.
Oh, he was fired up.
Come on, give it to us.
However, I will say from his Saban experience, his whole thing was, hey, treat this like a normal game. This is not the Super Bowl. This is not the national championship. Treat this like a normal game because that's how you win this game. But before, he was like, we're better than them in turnover margins. We're better than them in, all these different aspects. He's like, they have a really good D-line, but we're going to get him. We're going to get him. We're going to get him. I'm like, oh, wow, here we go. So it was intense, and it was great.
Wow.
It got our team fired up because he started speaking slow about the facts. We outdone them in turnover margin. We're better at red zone offense and defense. Then all of a sudden, he just got like super amped up, and we're like, okay, let's go.
Wow. Well, I'm sure that guy's got you plenty motivated to go out there and win a national championship.
No doubt.
All right, well, we're going to move on. We're going to play a new game, right? And this is going to be called Call Out. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you some NFL guys, some current guys in the NFL on the screen, and you're just going to talk about them. What you think about those guys. Give us your impression of those guys and what you think, all right?
Great. Sounds good.
We're going to start off right here, Mr. Ashton Jeanty.
Ashton Jeanty should have been Heisman winner the year before. I mean, he should have an attribute on like Madden that whatever the first tackle is, he always breaks. I mean, what a phenomenal player. And like I said, I believe he should have been the Heisman.
Wow, okay. Y'all heard it about Ashton Jeanty.
Here
we got
go.
Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers, Bay Area legend. Bay Area legend. And, I mean, I believe the only tight end to ever win the best tight end in the year for college. Wow, I forgot what it's called when. In 2 years in a row. So, I mean, what a great player. I mean, just phenomenal. And every quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Yeah. I love throwing the ball to tight ends. So that's great.
Yeah, awesome. All right.
Maxx Crosby, his nickname Mad Max. I mean, the man. I mean, I believe the best, if not one of the best defensive edges in the league. Yeah. I mean, and just a great leader.
Awesome. Well,
these are all Raiders guys.
All Raiders guys. Last one. I mean, I don't know if you know who this guy is. He played quarterback in the National Football League. He's won a couple Super Bowls, potentially a Hall of Famer, minority owner in the Las Vegas Raiders, Tom Brady. Tell me if you know anything about him, what your thoughts are of this guy.
Yeah, I know nothing about this guy. No, I'm just joking. I've actually, from his perspective, he's essentially my football idol because I'm not the biggest, I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest. However, the way that he goes about nutrition, I've read the TB12 book. The way that, I'm not saying I'm as intense as him yet. I got to get to that. The way that he puts processes and off-season systems to help him develop and help his team gain the edge, whether it's in the off-season, game week, it's something I really look up to and I really admire because, like him, this year in college, preparation has been my edge and our team's edge.
Well, that's a great mentor to have. It's a great person to look up to.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Fernando, before
I don't know about mentor. I mean, that's I'd be great. But
one of these
never
days,
talked to him.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be in your future.
Who knows?
But, Fernando, before we let you go, we want to ask you about your partnership with Planet Fitness.
Yeah, Planet Fitness has over 2,800, fitness stores all across America. And for you and I, we have busy schedules. We're out here in Radio Row. We can always get a workout in. So whenever it's early in the morning, they're open, and they're also inclusive to all. Whether you're just starting working out or you're a pro, and like this guy have muscles, popping out of his shirt.
Relax.
You could always go there, get a great workout in, and be in a great environment. And it's just somewhere that, especially being on the road now, training for draft, and not having the Indiana facility at my will, it's always somewhere I can always go, get a good workout in. And like we talked about, always be prepared, and because it's a part of my off-season routine.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the Heisman Trophy winner, potential #1 overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, Fernando Mendoza. We appreciate your time here at CBS Sports. I'm Damien Harris. Stay tuned with us.
Thank you so much. God bless.